Hello YouTube, this is MJ and Ernie. I'm back again with another video, and as we can see I have an eBay purchase in front of me, a Dragon 32, the 32K Dragon made by Data Systems, I think. Was it Data Systems? Let me look. But it's a Welsh company, or it was a Welsh company. They're gone now. I think the company only lasted 2 years before they went bankrupt. But anyway, this is a Dragon 32. A year after its release, in '82 I think it was, the Dragon 32 became the Dragon 64, and then the company folded. So it didn't last very long. But there you go. Anyway, this particular Dragon arrived today. It was an eBay purchase, faulty. But it came with a power pack, a pair of joysticks, and that's it. Now, I didn't power it on, I opened it up first, and it's remarkably clean and tidy. But it would never work in its current state, as one of the capacitors had fallen off the power board that was inside there. I soldered that back on and powered it up, and it clicked reassuringly. And fortunately, the monitor out screen is a composite video, so you can plug it into an LCD, as you can see in front of you, kind of. Let's see if I can zoom into that by the magic of magicness. I probably can't read that. Hello, this is a Dragon 32, and I am working and functioning properly. I was faulty, however. The capacitor wasn't soldered from the PSU board. Thank you, Dragon. That's exactly what was wrong. Now we will remove the camera and have a little look inside what was wrong. The case is unscrewed. It's in remarkably good condition, nice and clean. My little fly wire there which connects to that LCD screen. But I'll just zoom in. Oh, forgive the shake. This capacitor here was loose and floating about inside the case. So I took the power board out there and soldered it back on. Fortunately, it didn't damage anything. I can't imagine how it came off, but it did. But the board, as you can see, it's clean, it's nice. There's no rats, mice or spiders in there, so wherever it's been all its life, it's been kind of looked after. There's not even any dust on the inside of the machine, which is amazing. It looks brand new, if I'm honest. And this is a 1982 machine. Well, I think they continued production up to 94. But anyway, it was released in August 82, and discontinued in 1984. It is very similar architecture to the TRS-80, whereas the TRS-80 and the American TRS-80 launched with, was it 4 or 8K? Don't remember now. But these launched with initially 16 and then quickly 32K and then eventually 64. But they were made by Dragon Data, sorry, what did I say, Data Systems? Dragon Data in Port Talbot in Wales. And they were briefly manufactured for Tano of New Orleans, Louisiana, in the States, but they didn't sell very well. Like I said, the company went bankrupt in '84 anyway. But they were launched in the heydays of the 8-bit computers, which was the very early 80s. By '84, '85, the computer market was having a bit of a hard time. But anyway. Okay, so what is it? It is a Dragon 32. It has a Motorola 6809, which is an 8-bit processor, which has some 16-bit capabilities. It's part of the chipset sold by Motorola for the 6809. I believe that Dragon used the reference data to manufacture this, so it ended up being an almost clone of the TRS-80 because that's exactly what Tandy did. They copied the reference design as well as laid down by Motorola. It runs at 1 megahertz or just under it. You can speed it up by using a poke command, which is poke 65495,0, I think, which speeds up the ROM interpreter, so it runs faster, but it disables a cassette drive. I might try and jury-rig a cassette cable up to it and try and load a game in. You can mod these. You can increase the RAM from 32 to 64, 1 to 8 I think, and I think they can get them up to 512, I'm not sure about that. They had many peripherals for them, joysticks, the usual thing, cassette cables, disk drives as well. I think there were 2 disk drives for these. I do vaguely remember seeing these when I was a kid in shops. It must have been 82, 83 sort of time. And I remember the TRS being on sale as well in our local Tandy shop. But they were very expensive, as I remember. Anyway, yeah, the Dragon, it used analog joysticks rather than the normal digital. So it's PC-like joysticks. It had a very strange collection of video modes where green featured predominantly, as I remember, and black and white in high res. So these things were never going to be a gamer's delight, although a lot of the popular games in the 82-83 era were converted to them, and I think there are modern conversions as well from some of the later 8-bit classics have also been retro converted, and also TRS-80. You can a lot of code for the TRS-80 will run on the Dragon with varying, compatibility problems. But I don't think it's a major task to convert TRS-80 stuff. I'll just press reset. You can hear it clunk. Show you the screen. If I can, will it zoom in? What's that on the floor? Elastic band. What's it saying there? Okay. What's okay? I'll tell you what, turn it off. I'll just give it a minute. Turn it back on, and there we go. 1982, a Dragon Data Limited. Basic 1. I think it's extended basic actually, by Microsoft. Yeah, they like all these 8-bit machines generally. The ROM and basic. The basic is in ROM, so when you turn the machine on, it's ready to go. But different operating systems could be used on this. I think the OS 9 and Flex, as I'm looking at Wiki now. I don't know what OS 9 is. I think it's a Unix thing. I might have a little look at that. But some of the games of the day were converted. We have Chucky Egg, Manic Miner, Jet Set Willy, Hunchback, Football Manager, Cuthbert, and various other things. Games as late as 1988 were released. Alright. Tanglewood and Airball were released in 1987. So clearly there's quite a bit of software out there. The difference from the to the Dragon 64 is that the 32K for a start. The 64K had RS-232. What else did it have? That might have been it. Oh, it's a different colour. Yeah, slightly different colour. But yeah, that is the Dragon 32. I've never owned a Dragon 32 before. I don't know a massive amount about them. I can't really zoom in very well because I've got a tripod here. But I'll try and zoom out a little bit so you can see what's going on, kind of. Yeah, like I say, I've got a fly wire hanging out the back of the monitor socket because it's composite, which is quite nice. Don't have to do any hacking like you do with Sinclair machines or Commodore. Yeah, there's not a lot to say. It is what it is. 2 joystick ports built in, printer port, monitor and power. I think that's it. What else is there? Oh, tape. Yeah. Tape and TV as well, and a reset button. A reset button. I would love the reset button on my Sinclair Spectrum, but it was not to be. Anyway, that is the Dragon 32. Like I say, I might try and see if I can get some software on it. Then again, I might not bother. I'm tired today. It's Friday evening. It's been a long old week. But yeah, this arrived in the post this well, at some point today. Obviously, I unpackaged it as I came in from work. It rattled about quite dramatically when I took it out of the box, which is fair enough. They said it rattled, its soul was faulty, and they haven't tried powering it up. And yeah, I kind of believe that. So I took the case off, 4 screws, 4 little posi screws, and that capacitor was floating about on the board. Pretty obvious which way it goes, and pretty obvious where it's come from. So I put it back in, tried it, and it started instantly, which is good. It makes a change for eBay stuff. But I'm amazed at the condition it's in. It's really quite nice. Very nice, in fact. There we go. The Dragon 32. 4 little screws there, as you can see. For the case. A little power brick. This is a very small power pack. It uses some strange voltage. A couple of ACs, I think. I don't know what they are without looking. But it works really well. The CPU gets quite warm. I'm not sure if that's a feature of these things, but it does get the odd screen corruption. But if I let it cool down and power it back on, it works fine for an hour or so, and then the CPU gets so hot it packs in again. So I might have to look at that. Perhaps the CPU is on its way out, or it's being overvolted. Don't know which. But that, oh, the screen's gone actually. Yeah, the screen's gone. It did say Microsoft Basic a few moments ago. We'll just test it. We'll turn it off and back on again. Oh, there we go. Microsoft. No updates found. Please update to Windows 10. Anyway, that's the Dragon 32. I may do a feature of games on it if I can get any running. That is, I'm sure I can. I'm not going to go to the lengths of buying SD cards and solid state memory drives and ultimate cartridges and all that sort of nonsense. I'm not a big enough fan to do that. But what I will do, I will make a cassette lead and see if I can get some games running from cassette tape. Well, not cassette tape, from MP3 or WAVs or whatever it uses. There must be some PC software to get some games over. There might even be something for my phone to put an MP3 over. We will see. In fact, I might do that in a moment. So if you see a video popping up in an hour or so, I've done it. If you don't see any videos, I haven't. Or I can't find a lead. Or I just can't be bothered. Each of those are very feasible. So anyway, that's the Dragon 32. I hope you enjoy this. It's not a video of great theatrics, but there you go. I'll try and put some games on and things. I don't know if they did demos. Did the Dragon 32 ever have a demo scene? Welsh Rave, was that ever a thing? Probably not. Anyway, until next time, take it easy.